Hello guys, welcome back to LR Anime. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of Swallowed Star Part 257 based on novel. So let's start. Ancestral God School? Luo Feng sensed something. 9 Remoteness Master, have powers outside the Ancestral God School come? Yes. 9 Remoteness Master nodded. Yuan Master had his bone wing open, but he had a gentle voice as he said, not just Ancestral God School. All the powers that have Universe Supreme Masters will send Universe Masters here. All the superpowers in the universe might send Universe Masters here. Anaconda Master had a hoarse voice. We have Milky Way Horde Leader to lead us, he said, and we can arrive there as quickly as possible using God Country transportation. Other powers might need some more time. After all, it's a place that belongs to Yuan Ao Master, and only a few left keepsakes there. Why are they coming? Luo Feng couldn't help asking. Because they know that strange object, answered Yuan Master. How? Strange objects can only be born in the 3 lands of Extremis, said Yuan Master. They all look natural, like wood or grass. They're all naturally bred, and they're all powerful. They are the closest to supreme true treasures. Also, there's one difference between them and supreme true treasures. For supreme true treasures, the users need to study the mysteries behind them to wield their power, and if they can't, supreme true treasures won't wield their real power. Luo Feng nodded. He was only able to use the 2nd level of Star Tower, but the 2nd level of Star Tower was already mighty enough. Strange objects are different, Yuan Master continued gently. There are no engravings on strange objects, and any great being is able to wield their maximum power. Supreme true treasures not fully utilized are at the same level as strange objects. Only supreme true treasures fully utilized can overpower strange objects. You can imagine how precious they are. Luo Feng nodded. The Pinnacle Set True Treasure that Double-Face Ancestral God used and the Pinnacle True Treasure Maces that Star River Master used were both inferior to that strange object. Even the 2nd level of Star Tower was barely at the same level as that Blackwood, and the Blackwood could be wielded at its strongest immediately. Who wouldn't want that? However, there's a downside to strange objects, said Yuan Master. They are rejected by the universe. Both the original universe and miniature universe rejected strange objects. It seems the strange objects can affect the stability of the universe origin once they're in one. They seem to be aligned naturally against the universe origin. Luo Feng now understood. Naturally against the universe origin. No wonder Ancestral God said something harmful to the original universe was going on here. Unfortunately for Yuan Ao Master, he's a loner, said Yuan Master. Although he's free to be a loner, nobody shares secrets with him. Besides, it's rare that strange objects are born, so even for me, I just learned the secret from Ancestral God. He smiled. Yuan Ao Master doesn't know that the black wood is rejected by the original universe, which is why he brought it back to the original universe. It's okay that he doesn't use it, but if he uses it, the power from that black wood clashes with the universe origin. Other great beings aren't able to sense that, but Universe Supreme Masters can clearly sense the existence of that black object. Luo Feng nodded. That black wood can't be brought back to the original universe, continued Yuan Master, but most of the great beings adventure in Universe Ocean, which is why they keep the Blackwood in Universe Ocean and preserve them all by themselves. Apparently, they are already 2nd-class supreme true treasures. How can the powers not go mad for them? The Universe Supreme Masters will come here by themselves if they don't know that other powers know about this secret. Luo Feng now fully understood the story. It's been a long time since Yuan Ao brought that strange object back, said 9 Remoteness Master slowly. That strange object is rejected by the original universe, and the power merges with his body, which is why the original universe starts to reject him. This time, Yuan Ao Master needs to be eradicated as well. Luo Feng was shocked. Merge with his body? Strange objects are special, evil, and powerful, said 9 Remoteness Master. Few great beings are able to resist their temptation. Who can resist a second-hand supreme true treasure? Both Yuan Master and Anaconda Master exclaimed. Luo Feng nodded. It was almost impossible to get a supreme true treasure, and no universe masters in the universe were known to have supreme true treasures, not even Primal Chaos City Leader and Star River Master. Even some supreme masters didn't have supreme true treasures. Who didn't want a strange object that was only slightly inferior to a supreme true treasure? They're nothing to me. 9 Remoteness Master shook his head and smiled. Every time I fight, I'm prepared for my bodies to die, so I don't carry any important true treasures. Luo Feng was unable to suppress a laugh. Let's go, said 9 Remoteness Master. Our ancestral god school is the quickest, and it'll take around half a day for the other powers to arrive. I'll deal with that Yuan Ao Master, and I'll see how powerful that Yuan Ao Master can be with that strange object. Let's go. Sure. Luo Feng smiled. I haven't seen 9 Remoteness Master attack. The 4 supreme beings disappeared. 4 beings stood in the space and looked at the 12 floating continents. How can we get him to come? Asked Yuan Master. The easiest way is to use godly power to cause an explosion on one of the continents, and then Yuan Ao Master would come. However, Yuan Master and the others were all of high status, and they wouldn't do such a thing if those ordinary lives didn't mess with them. Leave it to me, said Luo Feng. Luo Feng opened his wings. Boundless golden light permeated, and a golden space with a radius of 18 light-years was formed. It was Golden Country. The Golden Country enveloped all the 12 continents, which made 9 Remoteness Master and the others look to Luo Feng in shock. Such a large area. Even a top-tier domain-type true treasure couldn't cover such a vast area. Yuan Ao, shouted Luo Feng. Yuan Ao! Yuan Ao! Yuan Ao! Yuan Ao! Yuan Ao! Yuan Ao! Luo Feng's voice blasted throughout every inch of space on the 12 continents, and all the lives on the continents were terrified. A roar. Human Luo Feng. A flame flew out of a continent, and he arrived at a space only 1,000,000 kilometers away from Luo Feng and the others. You still dare to come? The towering Yuan Ao Master's eyes were glinting with madness. He sneered and said, no wonder Milky Way Horde Leader still dares to come. He has helpers now. I'll see who they are. Oh, 2 nobodies. Wait. Isn't this 9 Remoteness Master? The mighty and well-known 9 Remoteness Master. 9 Remoteness, are you going to battle me with those 3? I won't care. 9 Remoteness Master looked to him. Don't worry, I myself am enough. I admit that you're incredible and have a boundless godly body, said Yuan Ao Master. I'd rather deal with Primal Chaos City Leader and Star River Master than you. And I certainly won't confront you if I don't have the strange object. However, I'm not afraid you right now. Yuan Ao Master laughed. I'm not even afraid of Universe Supreme Masters. Really? 9 Remoteness Master moved, and the space around him was completely sealed. Come. The forceful blackwood showed up in Yuan Ao Master's face, and the soul eye was glinting with madness. Luo Feng, Yuan Master, and Anaconda Master were all watching. 9 Remoteness Master dashed at Yuan Ao Master like a trace of light and screamed. 9 Remoteness Master turned into an ocean, and the water charged at Yuan Ao Master. Meanwhile, Yuan Ao Master performed his supreme technique burn. The water was churning and formed a huge ocean whirlpool, covering Yuan Ao Master. 9 Remoteness, Ocean Eye, said Yuan Master. Luo Feng held his breath. 9 Remoteness, Ocean Eye was a legendary supreme technique, and it could only be performed by 9 Remoteness Master. The ocean formed a giant whirlpool, and it expanded. All of a sudden, it was like a star exploding, and it shrank to the size of a neutron. The whirlpool shrank, and the godly power exploded. It was a technique at the cost of self-destruction. Luo Feng knew that as well. Miniature universe. Of course, Luo Feng's technique was an inherited technique, while the 9 Remoteness Ocean used was created by him based on the characteristic of 9 Remoteness Ocean. The whirlpool shrank to the size of an earthling's fist before it was completely gone. Yuan Ao Master, who was only the size of a fist, looked horrendous. The power from the whirlpool had turned the space around it into particles, and the particles were like water in a huge pot. Everything went away. Yuan Ao Master returned to the original size after that. Luo Feng looked forward to wielding that after becoming a universe master. Yuan Ao master who shrank into the size of a fist, then suddenly underwent explosive growth. At the same time, he let out crazy and wild laughter. Ha ha ha. 9 remoteness, the legendary 9 remoteness. Fearsome 9 remoteness. His legendary ultimate technique 9 remoteness Ocean Eye is famous throughout the universe ocean. Many top powers are afraid of it. But I have the godly wood. 9 remoteness poses no threat to me at all. Ha ha. In the primal universe, the universe supreme being's powers can only be so strong at the very most, slightly higher than 9 remoteness's legendary ultimate technique. Who can take me down? Bring it on, human. Luo Feng, Yunnan, Anaconda, you 3 fellows, come here. Let me trample on you. With a stern expression, Yunnan Master said, let's go. Luo Feng nodded, and Anaconda Master also gave a slight nod with its gigantic snake's head. They transformed into light and flew away at high speed. With the large, black godly wood in his hands, Yuan Ao Master stood within the void space as he looked at the 3 beams of light escaping. He let out unrestrained and wild laughter. Escaping is all you are capable of? Ha ha. Ancestral God School. Ha ha. You are unable to do anything to a universe supreme being. I have this godly wood, its power is almost the same as a universe supreme being. I am not afraid of you. Ha ha. Afar, the 3 beams of light made their way out of the sealed space of that domain and immediately vanished from sight. Within the quiet void space of Yuan Ao's secret region, a continuous, mountainous region hovered in midair. And within this mountainous region, there was a waterfall. Luo Feng, Yunnan Master, and Anaconda Master stood by the pond beneath the waterfall. A dim ray of light appeared, and a lone figure walked out. It was 9 Remoteness Master in his magnificent black robe. 9 Remoteness Master, Luo Feng, Yunnan Master, and Anaconda Master all said, looking over. Very powerful. 9 Remoteness Master shook his head and said, my strongest technique, together with a self-destruction attack. If he did not have that godly wood, my attacks would give him severe injuries. However, he was able to rely on the black godly wood to ward off my attacks and retaliate. This rendered 90% of my attacks useless, as he could easily ward them off. From how I see it, the attacks earlier on only made him lose 1/1000th of his godly body. Luo Feng, Yunnan Master, and Anaconda Master fell into momentary silence. Being able to cause Yuan Ao Master to lose 1/1000th of his godly body was considered quite a feat previously. When Luo Feng had fought against Yuan Ao Master, he had not been able to hurt him at all. On the contrary, Yuan Ao Master might have consumed some of his godly body, but that was because he chose to execute his strongest technique, which caused him to use up some of his godly power. If Yuan Ao Master were to execute his ultimate technique with the empowerment of the black godly wood, he might be at a disadvantage, but there was no doubt he could ward off Luo Feng's attacks without consuming his godly body. 9 Remoteness, within the primal universe, in terms of attack techniques, probably only a universe supreme being can surpass you, Anaconda Master said. If even you are unable to, Yunnan Master said, what can we do? Luo Feng was also frowning. Since becoming Milky Way Horde leader, Luo Feng would engage in idle chats occasionally with his teacher, Primal Chaos City leader, to obtain a deeper understanding of the powers of Universe Masters. Based on what he already knew, Universe Masters could be categorized into the levels of elementary, ordinary, pinnacle, and top tier. To be considered top tier, one's life gene level, true treasures, and techniques had to reach the pinnacle stage. Numerous existences in the universe, like Ice Mountain Master and Void Gold Master, could all be pulled into this category. However, Star River Master, Primal Chaos City Leader, 9 Remoteness Master, and a few others were the cream of the crop and were more outstanding than the rest. For instance, Star River Master's technique had achieved the perfect combination of 2 supreme techniques. As for 9 Remoteness Master, every time he divided out another body, its life gene level would likely only be able to reach 1000 times, but as for the supreme technique that he could execute, once he self-destructed, he was able to converge all the energy of his entire godly being to bring about a mass explosion in an instant. The explosive surge in power was certainly alarming. That was why Star River Master, Primal Chaos City Leader, and 9 Remoteness Master were considered the cream of the crop and could be regarded as the most powerful universe masters within the universe today. Of course, 9 Remoteness Masters' flaws were obvious. Each body could only execute its most powerful attack once. Once execution was completed, another body would be required. God Country Transportation would then send another one. By that time, the enemy would have long fled the scene. So, relatively speaking, Star River Master and Primal Chaos City Leader were more intimidating. Primal Chaos City Leader's supreme technique sustainability was not as good as that of Star River Master, while Star River Master's godly body remained a mystery. All that was known was that he could execute his supreme technique repeatedly and sustain it for a long time. Naturally, this made Star River Master a tad stronger than Primal Chaos City Leader when it came to being a deterrent force in the vast universe. Above the rank of a Supreme Universe Master was the Universe Supreme Being. The Primal Universe had a strong binding force over the powers of Supreme Universe Beings, and all of them were under this constraint, allowing the powers that these Universe Supreme Beings unleashed to be a notch stronger than those of Star River Master and Primal Chaos City Leader. That was all. Of course, their merits were obvious, too. They could repeatedly and continuously execute a technique without having to worry about consumption of their godly bodies because the amount of godly body being used up would be nowhere near the limit designated to a Universe Supreme Being. In a head-on battle, no one within this primal universe would be able to kill Yuan Ao Master, 9 Remoteness Master said. What can we do? The few of us will not be able to shoulder the weight of this responsibility. 9 Remoteness Master's eyes scanned the crowd of 3, including Luo Feng. Then he said, "Hold it. Let's continue this conversation when the others have arrived." Right. That's all we can do, for now. The first to arrive was Sea Lotus Master from the Bug Clan. The number of Universe Masters in the Bug Clan was pathetic, but every single Universe Master wielded a power that was so frighteningly strong. Universe Masters of the Bug Clan, even the weakest one was of a pinnacle level. They were not only skilled in soul-type techniques like creating illusions but could also rely on the bug soldiers under their command to execute material techniques, which were not easy to deal with. An area in space collapsed. Space particles rolled about like countless grains of sand in an endless stream. A dazzling golden mother nest was suspended in void space, surrounded by 1,000 strong and burly bug soldiers. Every one of them exuded staggering power and could be regarded as top-tier universe overlords. Under the control of the consciousness of a universe master, this power would be even more intense. Innumerable blades converged and swept across the vast sky. Yuan Ao Master stood at a towering height of 1,000,000 miles. Ha ha ha, Sea Lotus, it's futile. All those techniques of yours are completely useless. His hand still held the black godly wood that was a few million miles long. It swept across the void space in a frenzied manner, crushing anything in its way. It was unstoppable and met blows dealt by the bug soldiers head-on, blocking off the bug soldiers repeatedly. From afar, 9 Remoteness Master, Luo Feng, Anaconda Master, and Yunnan Master watched the fight as bystanders. Sea Lotus Master's escape technique was resolute. When he knew he could not beat Yuan Ao Master, he was quick to flee the battlefield after gathering his bug soldier warriors. Thereafter, he joined 9 Remoteness Master and company. 9 Remoteness, you did not help me, lamented Sea Lotus Master, a captivating beauty with frail wings that lightly trembling and pretty eyes looking at 9 Remoteness Master. You saw how powerful he was, 9 Remoteness Master said, shaking his head. There was no way I could help you. What are you Ancestral God School fellows prepared to do? Sea Lotus Master asked. How about you all from the Bug Clan? 9 Remoteness Master rebuked. I have to report everything to our queen, then wait and see. Our queen is the one who decides what should be done. 9 Remoteness Master laughed. We shall wait and see, then. When the various top powers reached the Yuan Ao secret region, those who immediately went to confront Yuan Ao Master suffered great losses. Fortunately, Universe Supreme Beings of the various top powers knew that Yuan Ao Master had a strange object, so the Universe Masters they sent forth were not the strongest in power. Rather, they were extremely skilled in life-saving techniques, so not one being was annihilated. A battle raged in the midst of the void space. It was a fight in which Skywolf Master and Yumo Master from the Demon Clan joined forces to fight Yuan Ao Master. Haha. Look. Skywolf Master and Yumo Master are here. The two of them alone are life forms that would be trampled on. Haha, laughed Yuan Ao Master. Skywolf. Yumo. The two of you want to fight me? What's your worth? Yuan Ao Master held onto his black godly wood and stood as a towering figure in the midst of the void space like an undefeatable entity, seeking attention wildly and with no inhibitions. The black godly wood in his hands would occasionally exhibit a sudden immense growth, which was when he would wield it in a frenzied manner, slashing about insanely. Yuan Ao Master was aware that he could not possibly kill all these fellows with their hidden trump cards. As such, he could not be bothered using his supreme technique. Every single attack was only a display of his ultimate technique. With Yuan Ao Master's massive godly body, he could rely on it to naturally replenish all that he had consumed from the use of his ultimate technique. No matter how long a fight was, he would never feel the toil. Haha. Using my ultimate technique, I could trample on both of you. Yuan Ao Master waved his black godly wood once again, and for the next few moments, either Skywolf Master could be seen being hurled away or Yumo Master could be seen retreating in midair. Skywolf Master and Yumo Master were in a rage. Bastard. Loathsome Yuan Ao. They had both realized that while they were exchanging blows with Yuan Ao Master, the commotion had attracted a group of onlookers who watched comfortably from afar without lifting a helping hand. The group included Universe Masters such as Nine Remoteness Master, Sea Lotus Master, and Golden Horned Master, who represented the Ancestral God School, the Bug Clan, and the Space Beast Alliance respectively. Skywolf Master and Yumo Master wanted to salvage some dignity. Initially, Yuan Ao Master's power was comparable to theirs, so even if he were to use his ultimate technique to fight them, he would still be able to surpass them by a notch without breaking a sweat. But now, with that black godly wood in hand, he was trampling them without reservations. We are not going to fight on further. Nine Remoteness Master and company must have failed to gain any benefits, either. Let's go. Let's go. The moment Skywolf Master and Yumo Master came to a decision, they immediately acted. The next moment, Skywolf Master returned to his Skywolf Palace while Yumo Master transformed into an endless black airflow and made a speedy departure. In the middle of the void space, Yuan Ao Master let out hearty laughter. Ha ha ha. I have driven away the Ancestral God School, the Bug Clan, the Space Beast Alliance, and the Demons. I know all of you want this godly wood, but with me holding on to it, you can covet it all you want. Even bringing a Universe Supreme being here would be pointless. Ha ha ha. Time flew by, and batches of great beings came. Various top powers within the universe had arrived, but every single batch met the fate of being trampled on. Eventually, they would all flock to Nine Remoteness Master and company, where previous groups had gathered. Humph. Skywolf Master, who was pitch black from head to toe, looked at the human form of Luofeng in the distance. With 4 hooves suspended in midair above a mountain peak in the secret region, his eyes flashed with a trace of ferocious hostility as he shouted, "Human Luofeng." Sitting cross-legged on a rock, Luofeng seemed to sense his glare from afar and looked over. His eyes met those of Skywolf Master. Skywolf. Luofeng gave a light-hearted laugh, then he turned around and no longer bothered himself with Skywolf Master. Luofeng's eyes scanned his surroundings. Whether standing, sitting cross-legged, or sprawling on the ground a ways away, the various Universe Masters from different races and clans were all getting suspicious. Strange. Why are the Universe Masters representing humanity still not here? Of all the top powers, only the Automaton clan and the human race are missing representatives. I need to ask teacher. Right away, Luofeng connected to the virtual universe with his consciousness. In the virtual universe, Luofeng went to Thunder Island to visit Primal Chaos City leader. Teacher. Luofeng saw a golden-caped being the second he arrived. Primal Chaos City leader smiled. Luofeng, why are you here? I've been waiting for the Universe Masters of us humans in Yuan Ao secret region, but I didn't see any of them, and that's why I'm here, answered Luofeng. Yuan Ao secret region? Primal Chaos City leader looked confused. Why are you in Yuan Ao secret region? And why are you waiting for the universe masters of us humans? What do you mean? Are you saying they should be there? Primal Chaos City leader was confused, but he realized that something was going on. Luo Feng was dazed. Didn't Huge Axe founder give an order? The universe masters of the superpowers in the universe had arrived except for those from automaton race and the human race. Theoretically, universe supreme masters would stay in the territory of their race, as they were the most intimidating and greatest power. Even if they went to Universe Ocean, they would come back soon. After all, universe supreme masters were pretty efficient in fighting and killing, so they usually stayed within their race's territories. Huge Axe is not in the race now, he's in Universe Ocean, said Primal Chaos City leader solemnly. What happened? Tell me. This is the case. Double-face ancestral god came to find me. Luo Feng elaborated on what happened. He finished in no time. Only the automaton race and the human race are missing in Yuan Ao secret region, said Luo Feng. A strange object. Primal Chaos City leader was shocked. The human race wouldn't have known if Luo Feng hadn't told him. After all, the powers of the universe wouldn't leak the news. They wanted as few powers there as possible. Fortunately, we have you now. Primal Chaos City leader smiled. Teacher, what should we do? Asked Luo Feng. This is not just a power struggle, said Primal Chaos City leader. That strange object is rejected by the original universe, which is why the owner, Yuan Ao Master, is also rejected by the original universe, so even universe supreme masters who kill him won't be punished. Luo Feng was surprised. Besides, said Primal Chaos City leader, if we get the strange object out of the original universe, we'll make contributions. Like us humans, if we make a contribution, the original universe will favor us in a short period of time, and the universe energies beneficial to us humans will be improved. As a result, human babies born during that period will have more potential. Everyone knows that it's impossible for one power to own it, so what you're going to do is to take your uncle Ice Mountain and ask him to pair with you. You and your uncle will be enough. Sure. Luo Feng nodded. Ice Mountain Master. He was one of the 3 disciples of Teacher Origin, and all the 3 disciples of Teacher Origins were incredible. Ice Mountain Master might have been slightly weaker than Primal Chaos City leader, but the gap wasn't significant. After all, he was a disciple of Teacher Origin. In a remote territory of Yuan Ao secret region, a green light shone from a rock of the mountain range. Luo Feng and a silver man with bloody armor and a bloody blade flew together, and the moment that silver-haired man showed up, he attracted the attention of all the supreme beings on the mountains. Ice Mountain Master. You're here, Ice Mountain. The human race sent Ice Mountain and Luo Feng? Immediately, the spotlight was on Ice Mountain Master. Ice Mountain Master glanced around and nodded at the great beings he was familiar with, like Nine Remoteness Master, Golden Horn Master, and Canthus Devil Master. Ice Mountain Master. He was a disciple of Teacher Origin. He had great power. Nine Remoteness Master could only use his supreme technique once with one of his bodies, but Ice Mountain Master could use his supreme technique continuously, even though that technique was slightly weaker. He was an incredible universe master. The great beings arrived one after another. Soon, the 9 superpowers had all arrived, except the automaton race. Even the 9 Territory Alliance sent 2 universe masters. The 9 Territory Alliance shouldn't have known it, but it seemed they had been informed by a lone universe supreme master. 9 Territory Alliance. Flame Emperor and Jufeng Master. Why are they here? The 9 Territory Alliance isn't a superpower. Though they have more than 10 universe masters as well, they don't have a universe supreme master. Did some lone universe supreme master tell them? The other 8 powers were all confused and looked to the 2 in the distance. Flame Emperor was built with scales on his body and had a horn on his head. He emanated power. As for the other one, it was a strange beast with a rocky body and looked like a lion with 9 heads. The eyes on his heads were scanning his surroundings. He was Jufeng Master, and he was at Flame Emperor's level. The 9 Territory Alliance was a second-class power, but the Universe Masters sent were both powerful, at least more powerful than Skywolf Master and Yumo Master. Flame Emperor. Jufeng Master. They were both top-tier universe masters. Flame Emperor. Ice Mountain Master glanced at him and snorted. You dare to come where we humans are? Why not? Flame Emperor glared at Ice Mountain Master. I would definitely crush you if the other powers were not here, Ice Mountain Master said. He was being extremely hostile, and Flame Emperor glared at him. Ice Mountain Master was the first one to become infuriated when everyone learned that Flame Emperor had betrayed the humans. Ice Mountain Master took out his blade, and Flame Emperor resorted to fleeing with his force armor. Even after an infinity of time, Flame Emperor knew that he was weaker than Ice Mountain Master, so he could only promise himself, "Humph. Someday I'll outpower you and make you annihilate in the universe." Flame Emperor, said another voice. Flame Emperor turned his head around and smiled. Oh, this must be the peerless genius, Milky Way Horde leader Luo Feng. I'm surprised to see you here, Flame Emperor, whispered Luo Feng. Haha. My 9-territory alliance shouldn't have known, Flame Emperor laughed. However, Sitting Mountain Guest instructed us to come here. It's our honor to work for Sitting Mountain Guest. This surprised Luo Feng. Teacher Sitting Mountain Guest. All the other powers were shocked, too. Sitting Mountain Guest. All the lone Universe Supreme Masters were handfuls, while Sitting Mountain Guest was the most difficult one to deal with. He rarely fought other great beings, but the special skills he had were already enough to drive the powers crazy. Sitting Mountain Guest was connected to lots of superpowers. He had a good relationship with the 9-territory alliance, and lots of powers speculated that Sitting Mountain Guest was connected to Flame Emperor, as Sitting Mountain Guest publicly helped Flame Emperor several times. Sitting Mountain Guest was close to the ancestral god school as well. It's been a long time. 9 Remoteness Master looked around. The automaton race still hasn't arrived. It seems Father God is in his universe and doesn't know about it. We won't wait. Okay. We'll wait no more. The powers here still regarded the ancestral god school as their leader, and the ancestral god school was represented by 9 Remoteness Master. Actually, the other powers all assumed Father God was staying in the universe of the automaton race. There are 9 powers here, said 9 Remoteness Master. I think everyone is aware of the power of Yuan Ao Master. Everyone, give a suggestion of how to deal with it. The Universe Masters spoke up. Yuan Ao Master has a strange object, which puts him at the same level of Star River Master. In the original universe, even Universe Supreme Masters can't kill him, let alone us. What should we do? We can't kill. There's no other way. There's only one way. That's right. Only that move. All the Universe Masters nodded. 9 Remoteness Master nodded. It seems everyone's reached a consensus. It's impossible to kill Yuan Ao Master directly. There's only one way. Seal him. Seal him and send him to an individual universe. Then we'll kill him. All the powers nodded. Luo Feng understood as well. It was difficult to kill even ordinary Universe Masters, except for Universe Masters like Star River Master and Yuan Ao Master while wielding the piece of black wood. As for those more powerful or those with great true treasures, even Universe Masters like Star River Master found it difficult to kill them. 4 Universe Masters like Star River Master, and even those like Ice Mountain Master, it was impossible for Universe Supreme Masters to kill them. What could they do? Seal them. It might be impossible to kill them, but it was possible to suppress them and suck them into a sealing-type true treasure. It was impossible for a Universe Supreme Master to break a top-tier sealing-type true treasure. Then they would be sent to places like the Primal Universe. Primal Chaos City Leader was invincible in the Primal Universe and was able to kill even a Universe Supreme Master using the Primal Universe origin, not to mention Yuan Ao Master. The only way to stop Yuan Ao Master is to seal him, said 9 Remoteness Master to all the other Universe Masters. However, Yuan Ao Master isn't stupid. He must be alert, as he knows this is the only way to kill him, so he won't just let us seal him. We need a plan to do that. I have a pinnacle domain type true treasure, and it can cover an area of tens of square light years. It'll be impossible for Yuan Ao Master to escape. I have a seal type true treasure, and it's top tier level. It can seal him. All the universe masters voiced their opinions and announced their true treasures. All tried their best, as they all knew that the strange object was rejected by the original universe, and once Yuan Ao master was killed and the strange object was driven out of the original universe, they would be bestowed based on their contribution. How impressive, whispered Luo Feng. No wonder they were the representatives from all the superpowers. 3 of them had pinnacle domain-type true treasures. They were Golden Horn Master, Sea Lotus Master, and Cantus Devil Master. As for the pinnacle seal-type true treasure, it was carried by Ice Mountain Master. After a while, good. 9 Remoteness Master nodded. The plan is made, and we'll follow the plan. However, Yuan Ao Master isn't stupid. We need to be careful. Okay. Of course. Don't worry, 9 Remoteness. All the universe masters answered. Your plan sounds good, but are you sure you can seal that Yuan Ao Master, even with all of you? A cold voice resounded in the space, which attracted all the universe masters. Luo Feng looked into the distance. In the space, an ineffable force arrived. The mighty willpower made all the universe masters feel pressured. It's a universe supreme master, said Ice Mountain Master. Which supreme master is it? Asked 9 Remoteness Master. The blurry being became clearer. It was someone in human form wearing black armor. The black armor was engulfed in fire, and a huge phantom stood behind it in the space. There were stars in the phantom, as if it were a universe in itself. Black Universe Creator, it's him. He's wearing a supreme true treasure, Black Universe armor. All the universe masters felt pressured by the sudden arrival of this great being, Black Universe Creator. Luo Feng gazed at Black Universe Creator as well. This was Black Universe Creator. Based on the information he had gathered, Black Universe Creator was a fire life form. That golden fire was bright and heated, but the phantom behind it was dark and cold, which was the opposite of the golden fire. Is this the supreme true treasure Black Universe armor? Luo Feng looked carefully and saw seemingly ordinary black armor, which sometimes merged with the golden flame-like liquid but sometimes showed itself. A fiery head showed up in the golden flame and said, I have a suggestion. I'll be in charge of attacking Yuan Ao Master, and you'll help me trap him in the seal-type true treasure. I'm a lone universe supreme master, and I don't lead any powers or territories, so you don't need to worry about me taking advantages. The universe masters all went silent. What do you want? Asked 9 Remoteness Master. I want that strange object, said the golden flame. Don't worry, I'm not trying to seize it. Instead, I'm willing to trade for it. I can give you some pinnacle true treasures to have that strange object. There's only one strange object, and you can't divide it. You might just give that to me, and I'll give you the true treasures. What do you think? 9 Remoteness Master glanced around. Silence. After a while, Sea Lotus Master said, now that Black Universe Creator has shown up, we of the Bug Race have no problem with that. The Northern Territory Alliance has no problem. The Prison Race has no problem. The Human Race has no problem, said Ice Mountain Master. Even those Universe Masters who were reluctant agreed in the end. It wasn't that they agreed personally, but the Universe Supreme Masters behind them agreed. This already had to do with the Universe Supreme Masters in the universe, and now, even Black Universe Creator himself was willing to show up alone, only for a strange object. It was a fair trade. They didn't need to upset that Universe Supreme Master. After all, nobody was willing to offend a Universe Supreme Master. Beings like Yuan Ao Master might be sealed, but no powers were able to seal a Universe Supreme Master. I'll control an area of space, and with your domain-type true treasures, Yuan Ao Master will have a reduced chance to run away, said Black Universe Creator. Of course, if he runs beforehand, I won't be able to track him. Then I'll need to ask the Ancestral God School for help. The Ancestral God School should be able to locate him easily. Sure. 9 Remoteness Master nodded. They would not be able to locate Yuan Ao Master, but they could locate that strange object. Before Yuan Ao Master took out that black wood, the Ancestral God School found out that something was wrong with his area and sent Luo Feng. After he took the black wood out, he was targeted. Yuan Ao Secret Region. one towering being after another, crawling type lifeforms, rock lifeforms, and blood and flesh type lifeforms showed up 10 light-years away from the 12 continents, and their leader was the forceful golden flame giant that dissipated the universe origin law. "Let's go," said Black Universe Creator. A towering being showed up in the sky outside towering continent. "Lock," said Black Universe Creator. An area of 100 square light-years was sealed, and the space constraint surged. "I've locked that Yuan Ao master," said Black Universe Creator. "You can attack now." Endless Light Domain. Golden Horn Master from the Space Beast Alliance opened his huge wing, and an endless light domain with a radius of 80 light-years showed up. It was gleaming with white light, and everyone present was able to sense the power from the light. "Incredible Golden Horn Master." Luo Feng took a glimpse. "He doesn't know that I'm Golden Mountain Knight." A towering being flew out of towering continent, and he was holding a giant black wood. He looked up and roared, "I can't believe you'll fight together for a strange object. You're from the superpowers in the original universe." "Ah, a universe supreme master. I wouldn't fear any of you if I fought you one-on-one. But now that you're fighting together, I'll flee." Yuan Ao master roared. He stepped on the space, and the space turned into particles. He went into the space interlayers directly. There were countless space shatters in the space interlayers. Yuan Ao master roared and traveled into the space interlayers. However, Endless Light Domain went into the space interlayers as well. "Let's go." The golden flame giant took a step, and the space cracked. He went in, too. Flame Emperor tore the space with his right hand and stepped into the crack. "Don't even think about running, Yuan Ao master." "Let's go, Luo Feng," said Ice Mountain Master, and he and Luo Feng slashed the space and went into the space interlayers. The universe masters present were all powerful, and they went into the space interlayers easily. The deeper it was in the space interlayers, the more powerful the space flood was, and the space shatters were able to kill even some universe knights. However, all those universe masters were much stronger than universe knights, and they weren't afraid of the space shatters at all. They all flew into the space interlayers. Golden Horn Master's wing hit all the space shatters and annihilated them. To him, they were as weak as drops of water. Luo Feng turned into a beam of golden light. He was performing golden light, and with his Shi Wu wing, he was incredibly fast, as well. Black Universe Creator was the fastest out of all the great beings chasing Yuan Ao Master, but even the slowest among them was much faster than Yuan Ao Master. For one thing, Yuan Ao Master was bound by the pinnacle domain type true treasures. For another, Black Universe Creator was pressuring him by using his control over space and time. Yuan Ao Master was ridiculously slow under the double effect of the pressure, and he was caught up with very quickly. "Finally," said Yuan Ao Master. He looked furious, but he was actually looking forward to it. "I've been planning this for a long time and waiting for all the powers, and now they've all arrived. However, I didn't expect Black Universe Creator to come. Regardless, it doesn't change my plan. Just come. You're all supreme beings of the original universe, but you're all encircling me. Shameless." Yuan Master fled while roaring. This video will end here.